What's up, everybody? We should be live. Okay, music is on, everything is good. Kind of had a little bit busy week. This week I was making raid content, but I had some other content that I had planned to do that would have taken a little bit more effort. I didn't get to those. I wanted to do some of them this week and some of them next week. I think there's gonna be several of those next week because I had a lot of visitors this week. Wait, how do I turn those? Okay, I got them off. No? Somebody in the chat remind me, how do you turn up the NVIDIA whatever you call those? Okay, no? It shifts something, but I forgot how you put them out. It's the NVIDIA GPU, whatever the thing is called. GeForce Optimizer, whatever it is. GeForce driver something. Somebody knows how to turn that off in the chat. Let me know. Anyway, what's up, everybody? How close are we to Platinum right now? Do I need to... No, okay, I'm in Plat. My defense is OP. How am I in Plat? I'm not even having that many wins. Wait, do I have gear on people? I think I will switch it around. Did I forget to put it back to everybody? Looks like we're good. Okay, the main champions are geared. I have so many side characters that I play on and off and I'm waiting for gear and I'm like rotating the same item sets between people. I kind of might easily get confused with those. We cannot play with Mortal today, we can play with Pelops, can play with Carnage and Empress. It's a little bit complicated. Okay. I guess we can go straight into live arena. Usually it's not like this. What's up, Ethan Gammon? I think Raid was kind of quiet this week, even though we have the Web of Corruption event. I don't know specifically what we get next week, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some bigger things. Also, I was supposed to get access to this server on Friday. We didn't get it in time then. I'm pretty sure I'll get it on Monday. To be honest, I couldn't have been able to do test server content on weekend anyway. It was too busy with kids, but Monday I'll get access to it and I think a lot of that next week. Though I didn't sadly get Varko's head splitter from the summons, I got 3 legendaries from Ancients. I had pretty high odds of getting Varkos at that point, but didn't get one. I did get the Faction Guardians upgrade on Dars and one more, and then I would get speed, which would be very useful on Brockney. I'm kind of hoping to really upgrade his build to the maximum. If I could get like Blessing and then Faction Guardians to maximum, I think he's like right now 330. That would be like, is it 20 speed, right? And then if I got 5-piece protection on him instead of reaction and frostbite, maybe I could make like 400 speed Brockney. I want to make him as fast as possible on the long run, and I think it would make the difference to me in many fights. Like if he goes before enemy lockout or before their Carnage or something like that and gets immunity or shields up, I think it would be pretty pretty useful. Wait, do I have Carnage in the wrong build? I was kind of messing with the Carnage builds. Somebody was telling me in the chat or in my Discord, no, he's in the other one, that I should just put Carnage in Swiftberry Stone Skin back for now, because I can do obviously much better build on that. I don't have accuracy banner on Mercurial. That was good idea. I made a build for it yesterday, but I don't think it was on my Gestal Optimizer presets. So right now it's not on, but I will swap to it after this battle. Like, this matchup looks kind of tempting. To go with Carnage, to be honest, I think it would be a great pick here. More than good. I just don't know if I have enough accuracy, but we'll run it anyway. Will Grandpa and the kids interrupt today? Well, the kids left, so I can chill next week, and the grandparents were supposed to leave, but they kind of decided to actually stay for next week. But they're not gonna be... like, I was just, you know, I was kind of like a full-on, like, full-time babysitter last week. I had to, like, you know, we were always every day many hours of fishing, and then I have to, you know, make food for them and clean up their messes and everything, and they get some fish, I need to, like, you know, cut everything up and so on. Took a lot of time. Grandparents are a lot less work, so they're not really gonna bother me, especially if I tell them that I'm busy. They will understand it, so that's really not gonna be easy. Well, if grandfather is drunk, then he's not gonna understand words, but outside of that, they will be very chill. I was actually, now that we got the kids out of the way, I was actually thinking about going to fish with my grandparents, because we've done it a few times in the past with my grandfather. I mean, with my grandmother, not father. The grandfather hasn't been fishing for like many years. I was telling them, do they wanna accompany me tomorrow to check out the fish traps and maybe do a little bit trolling on the side, and surprisingly my grandfather said yeah, he's actually not that into fishing, but he said that he would be interested. Okay, I don't know if I actually have enough accuracy for them, but it was enough for Marius, and we got the kill, so we don't need accuracy at that point. Do you have any videos of in-depth builds for your main live arena champions? I think I have for everybody except Carnage, or if we talk about my current setup. Do I have a Donatello video? If I don't, I should make one. I definitely have for Procni and Mavara. I don't think for Carnage. I might have for Donatello, I don't remember, to be honest. I do have for Predator and Rotos, but I think my Rotos guide is quite old at this point. But yeah, I do for most of them actually. Pretty sure you would generally... I'm not like that big on YouTube, but pretty sure generally you would find typing my name and the champion guide. I think often you will just actually find the video like that. YouTube might not work sometimes. If you're big enough, then you type like Cine champion guide and then you will find like, I don't know, Ash or Hell Hades champion guide. It depends how big you are, but I think generally you will find my videos. The Mavara and Procni guides are definitely up to date and relevant. Also the Predator guide, I went really into detail on that one. Yeah, I don't have 1.4 billion gems. I wish I did, but I got upgraded, you know. I got tier 3 content creator status now. I'm getting a little bit more gems right now. Kind of feeling like a whale. I'm getting like, is it 1,750 gems a week? So even if I spend tons of gems for live arena battles, it will be a lot. Oh yeah, I could go to the second form. I guess that's an option. I just never use the second form. I don't have the second form booked, but yeah, you're right. I do have enough pass for it. I think you need 3 at minimum, right? Oh, okay, you need 2 for this and 3 for the other one. Yeah, okay. Well, it's too late, but we got it. 53k damage, not a lot. It's unbooked and his damage is not that high. And I think we're gonna make the damage maybe even less with the other build. Okay, stop with the pop-ups. Sometimes it's super annoying. I wish there was like an option that don't give me any pop-ups. I try to do things and then it tells me like this champion, you know, is not geared, buy this pack and whatever, like you did this quest. And I was trying to do my things and every time I click on the screen, it's like I'm opening some dodgy website and then I click on something and ad pops up like right on the cursor. Plarium is sometimes being like one of those, you know, an adult lewd website, you know, you try to click on something and then it gives you an advertisement for some kind of enlargement pills or whatever. That's what they do to me all the time. This was the build that I was playing. Wait, you know, it had more accuracy, right? Well, not a lot more. It will be faster. Let's just go with this build. We get a little bit more accuracy and a lot more speed. I think I'm just gonna run this for now. It's not on my gestal presets, and if I just get like a banner or 5-star blessing, I'll keep with Mercurial and I hope to upgrade it as soon as possible, but for now we'll just go with this. It's not that good build, but most important for Carnage is that you have speed and accuracy and you have good set, but we can't get everything right now. The actual damage is kind of secondary on him. Obviously you want the damage, but it's much more important to go first and be able to land your debuffs and do big damage with the hits. Okay, I'm not even gonna poke it, it's just temporary gear, but it's at least a little bit faster. Anything good? Okay, boots, not relevant. Legendary 6-star impulse is what we want to see, but we didn't get like anything basically. The boots is the one piece that doesn't matter. Yeah. Only the gloves is kind of interesting, but a lot of caveats. Okay, let's roll it anyway. If I get the gloves like triple, then I'll ore it. But even triple is not... It's upgrade on gloves if it's that set, but... I mean, I kind of want to see quads and pentas at this point. Yeah, don't do triple. I don't think I'm gonna keep any of those. By the way, one trick, I'm pretty sure you guys know this. I have lots of like pop-ups and I don't want it to like reset the page of new things because I will go through it later. I'm just gonna not close it from here, but close it from the X on the top right of the screen so that it's still gonna show those items as new when I open the menu next time. You can see the stats. Wait, which stats was I? Well, okay, you didn't see them. My bad. Well, Carnage went from like 260 speed to like 310 speed. It went from 9-piece Mercurial to the old Swiftberry Stone Skin build, but I just wanted him to be faster. It's still not high accuracy, but it's slightly better than the other one. Instead of 280, we're like 310 or something like that. Just got the wrong Dreamfrost Mythical Relic. Who should I put it on? Who do you have and what relics do you have on them? Like if I were to get Gloomy Coronet right now, I'm assuming that's what you're referring to when you say the wrong one. I mean, I would still put it on like one of my main nukers. It still would go on Predator, though obviously Lens would be better. But there's not that many crazy like top tier relics for nukers, unless we're talking about the mythic ones. So unless you have other good mythics, I mean, you're still gonna use it on on your nukers. What's up, Jansen? I was gonna I was gonna say something Swedish, but it would be too cringe. I don't know what's like the not how you teach to say hi in Swedish, but what's like a common parlance way to say hi in Swedish. I don't even know what you actually say in real life. I obviously can speak Swedish, but not I don't use it in real life. Hejsan Jansen, hur går det? I don't think that's how you say it in like the textbook. I don't know how you say it in real life. Let's go with Carnage again instead of Rotos. Was a little bit disappointed on Cursed rotation. It's so RNG if you get the blessings or not from the chest. I was really hoping that I would get the 5-star blessing. I did not. I hope I get it the next rotation. That's gonna be very big upgrade or 2 upgrades to get it done. There's a lot of Swedish raid players in the Rodents of Unusual clan, which you guys probably know, one of the top clans. I was in that clan like really long time ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. I forgot what his name, but he was like the wise clan leader. Later on he became the leader. He was also Swedish. I used to talk a lot with that guy, but I think he quit long time ago. Bunch of other Swedish players too. I also remember that there's like this one Russian guy who like, well, he's Russian originally. He studied in US and then he's moved to Sweden for work. That I used to talk a lot with. Well, a lot. A decent amount. How many Mercurial pieces does each rotation drop? I'm not sure. I mean, it has to be a good amount. I don't know if I should open with the A2 actually and not A3. To try to... Okay, never mind. I definitely shouldn't. I think it's RNG on the bosses. Like you could get 5-star or you could get 6-star. You could get legendary or mythic on some of the bosses. And it's like you can get 5-star only mythic pieces on the final boss on the hard rotation. That happened to me, not this rotation, but the last time. It's super disappointing. And if we talk about the end game, like right now when it's so new, people are kind of still rolling and using 5-star and chaos oring them. But really there's like, you know, earth-shattering difference between 5-star and 6-star. If you get 5-star, those pieces almost don't really count. So it's very RNG. You could only get 5-star mythics from the final boss, and it would be much better to get 6-star epics or even rares, but I don't think you can even... Can you get rares from the final boss? I think it's only legendary or mythic. They should make the final boss only... I don't know if I should use it. They should make the final boss only 6-star and then maybe drop the rarity like 1 tier or something like that. By the way, what do you guys think about the thing that apparently Plarium CMs said in the interview with, who was it? Puutsor. The interview that they did with like multiple content creators, they said that something like along the lines that they didn't expect people to get this many Mercurial pieces this fast, and they weren't like, that's why the set is so, because people got it too quickly. What do you guys think about that? Honestly, people don't like Mercurial and they're kind of complaining about it, and I'm usually the, like, you know, negative Nancy or pessimist. I almost feel like Mercurial is fine. I think that's like a level of variety and depth and new strategy to the game. I don't think Mercurial is really It's good, it's meta. I don't think it's the biggest issue in the game. I think I would much rather see champion buffs and nerfs rather than really hard nerfs on Mercurial. I think they're kind of looking into it. It's probably gonna get nerfed, at least indirectly, if not directly. But I actually think we should more look at the champions. I think Mercurial is fine. I don't think it's that OP. With the right matchups, Stone Skin is like better than Mercurial. It obviously depends, but I don't think Mercurial is... The one thing that I don't like it is that it kind of made Polymorph obviously not great. But outside of that, I don't think it's that OP. Like I think there should be something done with that. There needs to be like a blessing, mastery, relic, something that makes it so that total guard stacks can't ignore polymorph. Maybe I'm biased. I think if they do that, and it could apply to like Stormcaller and other things too, there needs to be like a way to apply debuffs through it. If you invest on it, then it's fine. I think that's the main issue rather than the damage mitigation. Do you think blind reset helps you a bit? Actually, yeah, I kind of think so. Because my offense is kind of ass, let's be honest. You guys have seen it. My offense is like gold 3 offense. The battles are slow. I can even lose. Generally I win, but the battles are slow. My defense is pretty good. It farms a lot of people. Even good accounts can lose to me. Like, you know, sometimes god accounts with trophies lose to my meme defense. But then people hit it a lot. They like to hit it a lot. And a lot of like, you know, I don't want to say noobs, but let's say like lower tier accounts. They really like to hit me because my team looks weaker than it is. And I think I get hit less when we don't have blind arena. Because they see I'm like content creator. And I get, when we have blind arena, I've been doing better. Like, I'm pretty sure out of the 3 times that I was top 30 or 30 this year, they were all during blind arena. It definitely was like that the last time. I got hit a lot in my defense, and I won like most of them. And then the next reset, I got hit like one time in the last 15 minutes, and I didn't do that well. But when I did well, I got hit like tons of times. So I almost prefer the blind arena. I was never like, you know, I didn't have like insanely strong opinion, but I always thought that it would be good for the game to have blind arena. I just thought that they would make it like more blind, that you can't even see their champions. Maybe that's too hardcore for some people. That's what I got from conversations, but that's kind of what I wanted to see with blind arena. Make it fully blind. I'm not testing anything today. I don't have access to test server yet. They promised it to me Friday. It was a little bit slow. They said that Monday definitely. So nothing. Well, I have one thing that I'm gonna test without test server tomorrow. That's gonna be tomorrow's video. Maybe some people already battled me yesterday when I was not making a video, just playing. I was kind of memeing around with a new nuker, but more about that tomorrow. That's gonna be a fun video. I think that's gonna be a 2-part video actually, but I got the fun new nuker tomorrow. And it kind of confuses people because, you know, a little bit hint, it's gonna be a nuker that they don't expect to be a nuker. I was having fun with that yesterday. I purposely put it away from my, like, I changed the build back to the old one, so do not play with it today, because it's gonna be tomorrow's video, which I haven't made yet. I'll make the video tomorrow. Can we steal something? Who wants... Okay. Leonardo does not have lightning gates. Let's try him. Okay, didn't get it. But yeah, I do kind of like blind reset. Maria is good. I screwed up the fusion. I missed one event and I couldn't get it. People are giving me, you know, well, not anymore. They kind of forgot about it, but people were giving me, you know, a little bit sass for my controversial Hilvi take, which I still stand with. I think missing out on Maria, which was not my intention, Hilvi was. I think that was like much bigger. That was much bigger oof. Maria would be probably like my second best snooker. I mean, not probably. At least if I had the blessing, she would definitely be my second best snooker right now. I might actually go for Maria Maria fusion eventually, like swapping one fusion for Maria. I think that's actually gonna be a thing because she's that good. But I want to get Fabian first, and I want to get Predator +4 first. So it's gonna take a while, and a lot of things could change in that amount of time. Eternal Soul Goal. Are we talking about like Elden Ring? What are we talking about? Is that something in Raid? Do we have a relic like that? No, wait, is that the... No, that's another one. I was thinking, what's Eternal Soul Goal? That's not the... It's the Wand of Thraldom or whatever it is called. Oh no, it's the one... No, I know what you mean. It's the one that does like damage mitigation on first hit or something like that. I forgot about it. It's such a... It's such a, you know, crap relic that there's no memory in my... there's no room in my memory for it. It's forgettable relic. Yeah, I'm thinking about Eternal Soul Goal is like a thing in Elden Ring. That was like more relevant in my head. But yeah, it's also a relic. The legendary one from whatever, which is not good. Okay, we're kind of bullying a level 94. I'm not trying to prolong this fight on purpose, but it's taking a little bit. We kind of got him locked out, so there's not too much that he can do. I'm often in his position, so I feel a little bit bad about it. Oh yeah, I don't want to show my match history. I don't want to show my yesterday's battle. You have to watch the tomorrow's video. We're getting lots of low levels. Maybe now would have been good time to do my Miivi video that I'm planning to do tomorrow. Okay, never mind. Hecaton is pretty top tier champion. I don't want to underestimate those. Should we buff Eternal Soul Goal in Raid? I think it was actually one of the first relics that I got when I came back. I think I put it on my Necret, and then later on I used it as a fodder material when I got Wand of Submission, or when I got my first Wand or something like that. I got that before I got my first Wand. It was one of the first relics that I got that was like... I think it was literally the first higher than epic relic that I got actually. Okay, Bayek and Hecaton, that's pretty hard team, but he has to pick a nuker now, so there's not gonna be another lockout. I guess our base kind of does lockout. Am I just gonna go with Rotos? I forget what build I have on Jack. Okay, let's go Rotos and Pelops. Pelops is not gonna get locked out, so he might actually be useful in this battle. He does not have too much heals. Okay, fuck. Nice. I was gonna say that I could almost like ban Hecaton and not Bayek, but I think we're still gonna go for the Bayek ban. Oh yeah, fuck. I forgot to look Twitch again. What's up, Lelus? Congrats on Faina. I only pulled Wukong from 100 Ancients. It is what it is. I think Mercurial Hate is forced by ones who haven't gotten good pieces yet. Well, I feel like most people feel they haven't gotten good pieces. I don't think I have, to be honest. Well, I mean, some people would say my Mavara is pretty good, but on the nuker department I'm not doing so hot. How we doing today? Pretty good. Like I said, I've kind of had not to complain. I was kind of babysitting for a week, which was fun, but it was kind of taxing. I had to make food, I had to take them out to fish and clean their stuff and things, and didn't have too much time to game or chill out or just, off time. Next week I'll have it. My plan is to make a lot raid videos. I will play ton of the test server when I get it on Monday, and then I'm gonna lift. I'm not gonna go fishing every day tomorrow. I mean next week, maybe a couple times when there is good weather, but I'm not gonna go fishing on bad weather like we were doing this week every day. I'm just gonna chill out, play raid and lift. And honestly, I wanna just chill out. I wanna do nothing. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, brain fodder or something. I'm gonna watch fishing videos from YouTube or something tomorrow. Also, I got a new line that I had been waiting for 3 weeks. I got the braided line from post office today, and I got, I don't know what you call them in English. Do you call them like rain boots or rubber boots? I'm sure you guys know what I mean when I put it like that. In Finnish we call them rain boots. I don't know what you call them. But I got those. I wanted new ones. I got some real life gear upgrades. There was also this, it didn't come yet, but it will come soon. There is this one, what do you call it in English? There's this one jerkbait that is like a 2-part one, that looks like a perch. I got lots of fish with that, but one of them sunk a couple weeks ago, and I ordered 2 of the same ones. And I'll get that in a couple days too. More gear upgrades. You call them mud boots, okay. Mock boots. So, insert Pokemon reference. Yeah, jointed crankbait. That's right. I'll show you the picture. It's like it looks very not special at all, but that lure has been really good for me. I kind of fish in fairly well. I mean, I do different things. I don't think I have damage for the nice, do I? Okay, I do. I do different things, but when I'm doing trolling with the rowboat, I'm mostly fishing pretty close to the shore. When we do other things and go with like a bigger boat, then we do then we go to other place and with deeper lures. But I kind of want to have like small ones that don't go too deep. And I feel like that was like a really good lure. It has very, very strong action and the bikes like it. But it looks very basic. Let me find it. And it's not expensive. The mercurial sets are cocking me a little bit with my single target hits. Rapala makes a good jointed crankbait. I have some of those. This one is like a cheap Chinese good. What can I say? I haven't shown. I do have a bunch of Rapala, but yeah. It's maybe kind of funny that some would say that Rapala is like the best or one of the best lure companies, and I'm buying Chinese cheap knockoffs, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, you know how it works, Leadfoot. Like, somebody makes a good lure, and every other lure company just copies it and makes their own version of it. I'm sure this lure is like a specific lure that somebody made before. I don't know out of the top of my head which one it is, but I'm sure it's like a literal copy of something. I'll show it after. After this battle, I'm just not able to finish off that Hilvi. I don't think I'm hardcore enough for fishing videos as a math. There's a lot of better fishing channels out there, but maybe I'll post some clips on my Raid channel sometimes. We'll see. It's a little bit hard to get footage while I'm fishing. I might need like a GoPro or something like that. Well, TheFatRat, have you seen the video that oh fuck, how can I not remember her name? Who's the one who hates Saf that makes videos? who owns that big PvE Discord? What's her name? Fuck. I literally said that she's my favorite Raid content creator recently, but I can't remember her channel name. She made like a video blaming Saf on that Thunder nerf. Somebody help me out in the chat. You know who I'm talking about. How much health does your Brokny have? Yeah, Sam. Fuck. Not Sam Cedar. That's another one. Sam Solstice. Sam Solstice. Yeah. No. Wait, is that the other one? Sam Cedar is like a political one. Sam Solstice is, I think, also like. No, yeah, it's Sam Solstice. I feel like there's another content creator that is like a big one with almost the same name, but it's not. The last name is different. Yeah, Sam Solstice made. Which one it is? Made the video complaining the Thunder nerf on Saf. Okay, I can't find it. Somebody link it in the chat. Anyway, here's the lure that I'm talking about. Leadfoot, are you familiar with this specific model? I'm like 99% sure it's literally like a specific model that we can trace to some company that they copied. It looks very basic. I kind of like the lip on it, because often the lips that you can get here, or like, I feel like the Finnish lips are different than the lips that they put in crankbaits from other countries. They're always like too small or too big, but Finnish people make like medium-sized lips. This is kind of a medium-sized one. It's Finish slip would be like longer, but it would be more like go less down. But this does not go down too much, so this is pretty good for the kind of waters that I'm fishing at. This specific color is the one that I got a lot fish with, but I also bought the orange one. In my local lake, I think yellow is very good color. Yellow has gotten me a lot of fish. Okay, not Empress. By the way, you can see in my video description, link to my Hell Hades optimizer. You can see all of my builds, they're public, but wait, am I on the... Can you see it? Obviously you can see it. 156,000 health, 4.7k defense, 338 speed, 365 accuracy, 430 resistance. I was originally went for resistance build with Mavara, but it wasn't enough and I kind of abandoned it. But he is +4 to be clear, so he kind of has good amount of resistance even without trying. Right now I have in 3-piece reaction, 2-piece frostbite, which I think is pretty good, but I want to get him in 5-piece protection and try to make him like 400 speed. That's my endgame goal. I think I'm missing like a banner. I don't have good banner to do it, but I want to get him in 5-piece protection. Yeah, nothing good. I could even chaos or these, but it would feel a little bit shame to chaos or double roll epics, but I might actually go that route eventually. Running polymorph, not that high accuracy. I think I'm gonna get 6-star blessing on him actually, eventually, but it will take time. As far as the blessings go, I mean the masteries, if I get 6-star polymorph, well, if you run polymorph, I would kind of change the elixir of life to fear some presence, which will work with polymorph. I just didn't get to it yet, it would cost gems, but probably I'll get 6-star blessing and then I'll swap to fear some presence. Very similar to Rapala Shallow Runner. Is the water in the lake clear or cloudy? It's very cloudy. It's kind of muddy. It depends. There's like different parts of the lake. Some of the parts are like there is like beaches and sand areas and rocks and things, but it's mostly like muddy underground. And how would I say, like there's many lakes that I can access to, but that's like my closest one, and from that lake you can get to many other lakes in the local area. But that lake is kind of it's pretty shallow around the like strand, maybe like often like 50 meters away from the strand. It's maybe like depends on the parts, because there's like stones and vegetations and stuff, but it's kind of often like maybe 2 meters deep only from like 50 meters away from the beach. And I like let's say like between 2 to 3, and I like to be kind of close to the beach. I think most of the good spots are like that. Let me think about it. He took my Mavara. I guess we have to go with Ankara. Ankara is not gonna be bad against the potential Stormcaller anyway, but Mavara is not good matchup for Carnage, especially with my accuracy, and nobody's really good against Mary from my picks. Definitely not Rothos. Like the deepest parts of my local lake, which is not big, but I can access to many other ones from it. I think it's like between 6 and 8 meters, but it's like only on the middle, and even like the, you know, good distance from the strand, it's not that deep, and there's lots of like rocks and other like shallow areas quite deep. So you don't really want to fish with deep going lures in my lake. The lake right next to my lake, there you can do it. If we go with motorboat, then I was gonna take West Steel. Okay, let's go Empress. If we go with motorboat, we will go to the lake next to it, and then we will fish with deep lures on one specific area. But I have good deep lures. I need to get more good shallow ones. And by deep, I don't mean like, you know, American deep. By deep, I mean like 4 to 5 meters, not like, you know, in infinity meters like you guys do. Not 300 meters, like 4 to 5. That's deep for us. Yeah, I could do 5-piece Swift Barrier Deflection. Those sound good options too. I do want to get Brockney faster. That is definitely the goal for me. Well, actually I should have done A2 to clear out the total card stacks. Okay, was a mistake. I misplayed there. Okay, I'm just gonna do A2 for shields. I feel like I misplayed everything, but... fuck. I definitely shouldn't have saved the Necret A2. I could have cleared the total card stacks both from Marius and Mary if I did A2 and A1 instead of doing A3. Is Isling still viable? Isling is kind of a troll defense. He's definitely viable for that. Okay, not looking too good. He got the buffs up on Vesteel kind of for free without a lot of pushback. And I don't have buff strip or whale on my predator. Does not have 5-star blessing. Maybe I can just get enough accuracy with the normal way. Yeah, not looking good. Maybe predator can still get it, but it's not looking too good. Oh, okay, never mind, we're locked out. I think that's gonna be it. I was gonna pick Weststeel, that's why I picked Necret, and then he last picked Weststeel, and I was kind of, you know, I didn't know what to do at that point. And he took my, you know, Malar too, Donatel as well. Obviously those are all very common, you know, champions, so this will happen. We need content creators to speak up. Do you agree that the chest reward for maxing out Great Hall need a huge upgrade? Well, I think that's like, I mean, I'll take it, but you know, asking Plarium for more stuff is not gonna be that easy. I think there is like more bigger fish to fry than that one, but sure. They could put Swift Parry on it, I wouldn't mind. Well, I mean, yeah, they could do that. I don't know if they would want to, but they could. Maybe I should have picked Galleos in last battle. It wouldn't have been that cute, but maybe maybe I should have. Just pick Mavara, yeah. Would you be open to doing more arena takeovers like you did a few days ago, or it was one-time thing? Not like one-time thing, but I don't know if I want to do them all the time. The takeovers are, you know, not to whine, but it's a little bit complicated because good takeovers take long time to go through builds and do everything. And in the last takeover, I didn't have really, you know, we barely scratched the surface on that one. I would have needed like 5 more hours to actually really do something on the account. It was more like a review than takeover. I was just giving him, you know, pointers that I would focus on his account. I didn't really get that much deep into the builds, and I haven't done too many takeovers. I used to do them a little bit more because people were just messaging me all the time about it back in the day. But it's kind of like they're so time consuming. I don't want to do bad takeovers, and you know, I also feel a little bit bad about asking like large amount of money for a takeover, which is generally what people do, and I don't look that much down on content creators that do it, as long as they do it, you know, well, and they actually, you know, put effort into it. But you know, doing like 10 hours takeover for somebody is not really worth it. Worth the time for content unless you actually get paid, and I don't really want to, like, you know, advertise paid takeovers too much. I want to focus more on the content and takeovers, so I kind of will do them, but not too much. Or if I do them, it's not gonna be like full-on deep takeover, because those will take a long time. That's my answer. It's kind of like a non-answer, but I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Can we just kill Theodosia? Depends on the gemstones. Okay. I don't think she had the gemstones that reduce ignore defense mechanics or effects. No, I was talking about takeovers. Or are you talking to somebody else than me in the chat? Okay, let me read up. My favorite Finnish raid CC added once again. Thanks. I didn't stream a single time this week for the reasons that I mentioned before, that I had some visitors. Next week there will almost certainly be more streams. I don't have any planned, but I definitely would have streamed more this week otherwise. Nothing too crazy. I did lose one battle. I'm meeting kind of low level accounts, and it's off season. Everybody's kind of memeing around a little bit, or I'm not meeting like the, you know, not meeting the top 100 accounts in the game. The last one, it was kind of scary. I don't think the other ones were that ultra end game. Defense team is still holding up. What's up, Catastrophal? Oh, you got matched with me? GG, I was a little bit behind in the chat. I didn't catch it in time. Brogni is good. It's not just a meme. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if people snipe me. I show my... I'm not saying that you did or didn't, but even if you do, I don't care about it. I'm showing my optimizer link in every video, so... Obviously that's not something that I'm too bothered about. Raid PvP at the end of the day, even if you're like super hardcore and competitive, it's not that serious. This is not like League of Legends that is like, you know, pure skill and strategy. That's a part of it, but not... Well, it depends on, you know, the ratio, but it's not even always the... Sometimes it's like a very minor part, if there's very big champion or account difference. I might have enough accuracy against this guy. He has 2 champions without high level blessing. I think I'll just go with the Carnage. Carnage seems like it would be pretty decent pick in this battle. I mean, we can get block revived, but everything can. Do you know someone who will do a takeover without paying 200? Prices are absurd. I agree. I don't know. You know, I think there's plenty of content creators that do it for free on stream for content. It depends what your goals are. If we talk about like super hardcore, you know, Platypus takeovers and tips for your account, I don't know for a fact, but I don't know if anybody does that kind of thing for free. But if we talk about like early or mid-game account progression, obviously plenty of people will do that. But like an actual end-game arena takeover will take like so much time. That's why I don't really even like doing them that much. Even if people pay me for it, I'm not super keen on doing them, to be honest. I'll do them, but people have to... people always have to convince me in DMs. I might play a little bit hard to get, but it is what it is. Okay, it's not looking bad, except we kind of look like... Okay, I should just do A2, yeah. No, wait one more turn. We have the Whale up, but he can boss trip us. Crew Trucks is instantly gonna block revive me if I don't have Whale up. But they look kind of free if I can just get to A3 them now without the stone skin. Do you have any plans for Juhannus? My parents were... they have 2 boats, just so you know. Not like, you know... I'm not coming from like a baller family or anything like that, but they do have 2 boats. One is like more like a fishing boat, and the other one is like where you can sleep. They are gonna spend Juhannus, which is like the biggest holiday in Finland, for those people that don't know. Pupu is obviously Finnish guy, based on his name. It's like midsummer festival in other countries, or whatever you call it. They're gonna spend it in like okay, I'm telling you, I don't come from like a family of oil barons, but you know, they own like a share of like a private island with their friends, and all of them have boats, and they're gonna stay there for Juhannus, and they were asking me to come, and I was telling already before this week that there's no way I will come. I wanna just chill out. I'm sorry, I don't wanna come. So yeah, I'm gonna do my own stuff. I'm not going anywhere. Maybe I'll visit the local bar, but I'm not... Like, my parents live kind of far away from me, and I don't want to sleep on a boat on an island without electricity or anything. I just want to chill. Do I want to kill the Empress? I don't think I ever do. Actually, I probably should have killed it, but I don't know if it matters. Wait, I can go to the second form. We can do it again. Okay. Let me chat. Let me chat up. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Well, okay, I can still queue. One night in a row and then battle with crypto. By the way, back in the day, long before Live Arena, I used to be kind of a troll. Well, I'm still a troll, but I used to do a lot of sniping back in the day. I've told this story before. I've told multiple of these stories, but I used to do back in the day that kind of like the same thing now. I had like a really weak looking defense that was actually really strong, and I would bait other people on stream to hit me, and then they would get frustrated with me. Some people would find it funny, some people would get angry. T-Swift got really mad. I was telling that, hey, look at that guy's team, it sucks, hit him. Then he lost to me, and he started raging. Then he did multiple battles in a row and lost to him. Then I did some kind of joke. Then he realized that I have the same name as the account, and then he hit me like 1 trillion times in a row, and he's just cussing at me on the stream, and then he banned me. I've had multiple interactions like that with different content creators. The one that got most mad was T-Swift. Other ones, there's a couple other ones that we became friends after that. After that kind of memery, but I used to snipe a lot. Anyway. Different kind of sniping though, not live arena, just classic arena telling people to hit my defense without them knowing that it was me. I read against CC's takeovers, but as players, if paying the service is a concern, just join Discords like Cine, ask questions and get advice, and increase your knowledge on your own. Yeah, I like what Fi is saying there. I kind of recommend that. Obviously, there's some people that, you know, are super competitive and are busy in real life and don't mind spending a lot of money. Those people will pay a lot of takeovers. I'm not really like trying to cater, like, I want my content to appeal to those people, but I will do takeovers from time to time. My goal in Raid is not to do like a takeover service for other people. I would rather my channel gets big, but I agree, the Discord is a good thing. Join my Discord. It's pretty active. There's many super endgame, like, you know, there's, you know, many people with rank 1 trophies and finish top 20 every week on Platinum Arena. There's actually a good amount of those people, and plenty of people that do well in live arena and are super hardcore, so they may or may not always be helpful with their advice, but you can try. A lot of drivers, which I always trash talk, a lot of drivers that do like, you know, paid takeovers and get a lot of money for for doing gear cleanses or builds or platinum or live arena pushes for those super big whale accounts in the game. Bunch of those are on my Discord. maybe they will give you 3 opinions, or instead of having one guy's, you know, biased opinions, maybe you can get my opinions and, you know, 10 other people, and then make much more informed and comprehensive choices based on a panel of peers instead of just one guy. Okay, my family does not own island. My parents own a part of an island with their friends, and they got it recently. They got it for very cheap. Like, we're talking about the price of like you know, not that expensive car. I don't know if I want to say the exact amount. I don't think they would appreciate it, but let's say it's like a month's salary. Pretty good salary, but not like CEO salary. That's how much they paid. They just own a share of an island with their friends. That's it. And their fishing boat is, or like their living boat is not like a, you know, a sailboat that costs more than a house. It's, you know, it's one that, it's not a sailboat, first of all. It's just a plain old boat. But you can sleep in it, but it's not like a super baller boat. Some of their friends, I guess like all of their friends pretty much have like a proper sailboats that they go to other countries with. But my parents don't have that. But they like they got to it kind of recently, maybe like in the past 5 years, maybe 7 years, but they're into the boating culture because a bunch of their friends do it. Friends do it also, not French. Bunch of their friends do it. They're not that much into fishing, they're into boating. Our interests don't fully align. My father kind of hates fishing, almost, because it's always, you know, chore for him. He likes to drive with the boat, and he likes to, you know, eat chips and beer and drive the boat. That's what he likes to do. My mom likes to fish, but he doesn't want to, he wants, you know, my father or somebody else, you know, take care of the rod, or, you know, put the night crawlers in, or take the fish out, and, you know, maintain the equipment and do everything else, and tell her where to put the fishing rod and what lure to use and so on. She wants to like hold the rod and fish, but she wants the men to do everything else. And my father doesn't like that part, so he kind of hates fishing because it's always like a chore for him to do that. I think that's kind of typical, but, well, you would think that my father would be more into fishing, but outside of that, I think it's very typical. I don't know where T-Swift is. Somebody said that he's in jail, but I don't know that for a fact. But I've seen that statement made a few times in the past. And those who know in the chat, you know, he definitely has a record, so... Shinny's Discord has plethora of good PvP information that can make any player good. It's a lot jokes and it's fun entertainment, but as PvP questions you will get answer usually. Okay, we lost this one. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a bunch of very competitive people in my Discord. I don't think they're all... first of all, you know, there's a lot of banter in my Discord, so you need to be prepared for that. Some people are not into it. We're not exactly censoring people, so people can talk shit. They're generally quite friendly, but there's a lot of shit talking. People talk about politics and many other things. Not everybody is into that. Obviously there is different channels for different things, but you know, it doesn't always go that way. And, you know, just because you ask a question does not mean that everybody's gonna write you like a 15-page essay about Brockney build or whatever. But yeah, generally I think you will get a good answer, because there will be multiple people that will probably say something. And if somebody says something bad, then probably somebody else will disagree, and then you will have like a heated debate, and you will hear the pros and cons and arguments from multiple sides. I am definitely trying to push the Discord a little bit, because we kind of need more PvP Discords in Raid. Okay. Solinar Carnage and Lockout, and probably Stormcaller Marius too. Does not look like a fun team. Spill the tea, Swift lore. I think those videos were actually deleted recently, but you know, there's a lot of lore, but and okay, I don't know if I want to say his like actual name, but you know, let's just say that T-Swift has done a bunch of crimes. He used to be a professional World of Warcraft player. There's literal like videos from him from professional World of Warcraft tournaments from back in the day, like from PvP. People obviously know his name and everything else. He also has a history of like criminal record of like theft. Okay, let me just say alleged, but that's all I'm gonna say. You know, lots of like theft and drugging women and then stealing from them, which sounds really, really terrible. Which is why people that know about that don't give him any break, and everybody always he's the one guy that people will shit talk without worrying about too much. But he has like you know, several crimes that he has committed, mostly in the theft and drugging department. And he used to be content creator, one of the top arena players. No web camera, but he was streaming like every day. Was one of the biggest streamers. And he was pretty like how would I say, like a good player. He did his own builds, which I can kind of respect. He was coming up with his own stuff. Big ego. He would be prone to like, you know, getting angry and rage quitting and stuff. Like allegedly he stole stuff from some raid players and blackmailed them with their accounts and things like that from takeovers. Allegedly, though there's multiple allegations about that, and haven't seen him in a while, so some people are saying that he's in prison because there was some pending charges, but we don't know. There used to be a guy called Farting Cows who was one of the original raid content creators, and he was kind of also making a little bit like raid related like drama videos and other stuff, and he had an entire playlist of videos about T-Swift, like going through his mug shots and, you know, his history and stuff. Those videos were deleted not too long ago. I don't know exactly why. They were still up like before I took a break because this topic does come up from time to time. But last time I went looking for his playlist, I found the playlist, but it says that the videos are deleted. So there's some raid lore. I don't think that's the hottest raid lore that you know, raid probably doesn't really care about that topic, and it's not exactly family friendly topic, so probably most raid content creators will shy away from the drama, except the smaller ones like me. But yeah, that's pretty much T-Swift in a nutshell. There's a lot more, but it's just the same things in more detail. I don't know how many people in chat care about T-Swift lore, but now you know. Bring back Yuzi in your server. Yuzi wasn't banned. Yuzi left his, you know, that's another funny thing. I have nothing against Yuzi. Yuzi kind of rage quit. I kind of thought that he would come back to the Discord. You know, I wasn't like messaging him, but he got mad. He was like saying that we need to do like a role. We need to do a femboy role and give it to somebody. And then I gave it to him as a meme. I was gonna delete it in a few minutes, but then he left the Discord. So I don't know if Yuzi is coming back or not. I don't know if he's like actually like mad or just pissed, but we haven't seen Yuzi in a while. I thought he would come back the next day, but I haven't heard about Yuzi in a bit. I think this happened like a month ago or 2 months ago or something like that. Okay, this looks like a Rotos battle, but what do I pick before? I'll just go Bellops. If he picks like a lockout, well, actually he has 2 slots. He could pick 2 lockouts. That would not be good. All these streams you're in and you didn't hear Vargos was the selection? Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else. I really need Library in a speed hour. I use Carnage too, but him and Fabian get picked a lot. If I have to pick Hilvi, she sucks. Well, I'm not saying Hilvi sucks. Even though people think so. I kind of have this issue too, like you can see right now. I only have 1 champion with speed aura. It would be ideal to have teams with 2, like this guy has. I'm working on it. If I just get the Carnage in action and I get the Fabian, then I feel like I would have multiple speed auras, but it's actually kind of an issue, not the biggest issue, but one of the issues on my account is that I tend to pick only 1 champion with speed aura, which is gonna be the Reviver, either Angora or Mavara. What's good, chat? I see we're pushing Bat. Well, it's not exactly Platinum Platinum time right now, but yeah, in a second we will. I'm not gonna do a long push, obviously, because I'm not fit for that. You should message Yuzi and see what's up. No, not to get. I don't think I want to get too like much into personal, you know, that kind of thing. I have nothing against Yuzi. Also, I don't think I did anything that bad. Yuzi himself is very trolly and, you know, says you know, mean things to people as a joke all the time, which I'm totally fine with. I don't think I was even a meme. I don't think I was even mean. I just gave him the femboy role when he was asking for other people to receive it. So I'm kind of waiting for him to message me, to be honest. I can be kind of, I don't want to say petty, but I don't think I did anything wrong, so... We can't force Yuzi. If he doesn't want to be there, then it is fine. Yeah, for those people that don't know, Yuzi is like one of the top arena drivers and used to be like... he was kind of... Okay, I don't think he's gonna like this this way of me putting it, but he was like one of the groupies of Rats, who used to be another content creator, and my clanmate, and one of, like, you know, my favorite raid players that I used to talk a lot with, that doesn't play raid anymore. He used to be one of his, like, groupies, and we've always been friendly. He used to be, like, the most active person in my Discord. but he hasn't been there for like a month or two. Just because he got the role. He got an upgraded role. And you know what's funny about it? For those people that were there when it happened, like he was saying that we need to, I forgot who, he wanted me to make a Fameboy role for him, and then he wanted to get mod, and I gave him mod. Well, actually, I made the Fameboy role like administrator, not even moderator, and I gave it to him, but he got mad at the Fameboy role, and he didn't even realize. I was gonna change it away from it, but he didn't like it. The role was administrator. But I don't think it's like a big drama. Jack is better than Pelops or me. Over 300 speed in Mercurial, he's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not overlooking Jack, I think he's good. I'll make more videos about Jack soon. I have couple Jack videos planned. Let's put it that way. Whatever happened to the one rat guy that used to help Hell Hades in some of his Blood Reset push videos? That's literally the rats that we were talking about. And by the way, I hooked that one up. I still remember this. The reason why he made a video with rats helping him out, because I told him that he should do a video with rats. I forgot what was the relation, but I think like he was like saying that he needs help or something like that. And then I said like something that, you know, this guy got rank 1 last reset. Why don't you ask him for help? And I was like trying to, you know, this was before I was making content. I was trying to get Rat on his channel, and then he actually did it. So I take full credit on it, because I literally booked that collaboration. But I think that was maybe like a year before I made content, or a good amount of time. But as far as Rats does, and without getting too much personal, Rats is doing well. He got married, he got, you know, good job. He was playing World of Tanks and other games. I think he's still active in Discord. He definitely is. Sometimes he's more active than other times, but he plays other games. He actually was back to Raid for a few months last year, but he already quit. He did make his own account and was kind of progressing as a new player, and he played for several months, but then he quit again. But he kind of got married a few years ago, and I think that was big part why he lost interest to the game. I even met Rats in real life. I was visiting UK and we met. We went ice skating with Rats. Among other things, we went to comedy show, we went to ice skating, and then we were some place eating out as well. We went on a proper date. Let's put it that way. But that's already been a while. I think that was like, how many years ago? Like 2 or 3 years ago? It wasn't recently. Yeah, Rats is a guy and he's married. I don't mean in like that way, but it was kind of like how you would do a wait. How you would do like a really proper date, funnily enough. But you know, it's not like we're visiting. I'm not visiting UK all the time, so we did bunch of things since we could. Was pretty cool, you know. Rats is a nice guy. It was a fun time. Not something I would normally do, but it was pretty cool. Okay, 43 minutes left. Defense is doing pretty good. I'm getting hit a lot. I almost could like go lose a bunch of battles to drop out of platinum. I'm like 360 rank right now. I think I will get hit a lot on reset. Just because of that, people will refresh and get me since I'm already inside platinum. But I guess I'll just let it be. We'll see what happens. Like the top accounts, they are gonna do tons of battles. They're not gonna like do a refresh right now to get some easy enemies and then save it for later. Some of the, you know, lesser accounts like mine might do that, but maybe I can win against them, so it should be okay. I definitely do not play for both teams, but I'm not like conservative, like super, you know, religious or anything like that, so I don't really, you know, those kind of things don't really bother me. Is 4000 attack for He-Man okay? I mean, it sounds a little bit low, but it depends on your, you know, your level of play, like your account and who you're fighting. But obviously 4K attack is not high for endgame. And He-Man isn't a power player in endgame PvP anyway. Why did they buff Skeletor and not He-Man? Skeletor was complete ass before, and now it's still ass. He-Man was kind of decent when he was new, but obviously he wasn't like OP, and after that there's been lots of power creeping. If they actually did like a buff to He-Man, maybe he would be kind of like usable. I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Nobody understood why Plarium did the He-Man collab 2.0. What was then the point? Like what I was saying before, they got like a discount sale of the collab or something like that. I feel like there was no reason to redo it. They got it for too cheap, and that's why they went for it. Okay, it's definitely a Rotos battle. Let's go with Rotos and Pelops. Sharing a milkshake. Funnily enough, we went to like this kind of like a dessert place that Rats heard was really good. I think we literally do like some kind of like ice cream and milkshake or something like that. I forgot what specific it was, but it was like a dessert only place that we were at. Too much drama in the world, everyone just needs to smoke one and chill. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. The only issue is that I don't know what smoke you're referring to, but cannabis is illegal in my country, so government is has to ruin everything. They could ban something else, but out of all of the things to ban, I feel like cannabis is one of the least relevant problems in the society. We went through this debate multiple times before. I'm not gonna rehash it, but you know, I think it would be much more logical to ban alcohol or gambling than cannabis, but you know, people are gonna disagree. Okay, that battle went pretty smoothly, even without the reviver. I think our champions were just kind of were too good for this guy. He doesn't exactly seem like a uber whale account with his dodges that even I don't use my dodges anymore. Anyone heard from Biohack? I feel like somebody said that they talked with him like last year, but I haven't messaged him. But Biohack said that he will never come back. I'm pretty sure Biohack will probably answer if you message him in Discord, but I don't think he's ever coming back to Raid. He was saying that the game is too whaley and it's too frustrating that he can't compete at the level he wants to with his own account. Which I had the exact same frustrations that were a big reason why I quit as well. Biohack was in my clan, if you guys, some of you might not know or remember. I had a clan, our clan was actually really strong, kind of died down eventually when I quit the game, even though it took a while, but he was one of the officers in my clan. We had some pretty baller accounts actually, but I think quite many of them quit the game. Many of them like joined some of the other top clans after I quit, but many just quit the game. Like Leadfoot was in it. I think there might be a few other people in the chat that were in the clan as well. Should I go without reviver since he took my Mavara? Let's just go double shield. Nah, let's go Angora. I'm too scared. Let's just go with Angora. He could pick a double lockout. But no, well, he could, but it has to be a nuker. Maybe he has like Carnage, Sabral, or Lazarus. I guess there is plenty of options. Comidus too. Yeah, it's not even decriminalized in my country, it's just flat out illegal. Biohack kind of divided people's opinions because I've heard from lots of people that they either like really liked his content and it was like, you know, original and, you know, he came up with like new strats for PvP. A lot of people were saying also that he was like too salty. I feel like I'm kind of the same thing, so I can relate. He was, you know, passionate and he got really angry from like losing or feeling like it was unfair in the battles. You hated the name of the clan? I feel like our clan had the best name. Wait, Fi, do you even know what the name of the clan was? Why would you hate that name? The clan was called Arena Enjoyers. I feel like that was a pretty good name. You think I should get 6-star in shop for my 9-piece Deflection Predator? on Predator or somebody else. I mean, I would definitely get 6-star blessing on Predator, but I'm not sure why you would run him in deflection unless you either type the wrong set or champion. How much resistance do you need on Theodosia? Well, if you're not like... I should just wait. If you're not running resistance buff or anything like that, I would say like 900 plus, and then it's like relevant, but ideally like 1000. But I wouldn't... Well, some people will do with less than 900, but I will start with that. It's pretty hard to do in 9-piece Mercurial, pretty much impossible. If you're trying to do a fast build, you can't really do that without like at least empowerment and maximum blessing and everything. Okay, Freya cocked us there. If I kill the Empress, I die, but I die regardless. I don't want to get block revived. Okay, I think we lost. I feel like if we just Protoss was too squishy here. I needed it for the Garrel, but I wish it was something other than Protoss. I don't think we're gonna take a turn before the Garrel, and we're gonna get cocked by the Mercurial set. I don't think Protoss can really make a comeback here. Yeah, it's over. Single target revive from Ankora, not really good enough at this point. What relic do I use on Ankora? I think I run, if I don't forget, I run one of the new ones, what it's called. The one that gives you extra turn, Soulmar Crystal. I think I run that on her. Unless I change it. Yeah, Soulmar Crystal. I'm mostly running Ankora for the battles where I get CC'd by like Hilvi passive or like anything not lockout. Hecaton, Stormcaller, Marius, those kind of things. I think her passive is good. I think that, like, nothing else about her kit is that good. Single target revive, nothing too special. But the passive is really good. I run her for that. In that specific battle, I would have ran Mavara if the enemy didn't pick it. And I think it probably would have gone better for me if I had Mavara. Okay, we're still in Platinum. Can I actually do a Platinum push without battles? I might be able to do it. Oh fuck! Did I miss Twitch chat again? Nah, okay. Nobody was saying anything in Twitch. Yeah. Nine-piece deflection shredder. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm neutral. I'm neutral on the shredder. I think it's okay. It's not the best, but it's not unusable. I would use it. I'm desperate. Nice stats on my Ankara. I feel like Ankara is not that crazy, to be honest. She kind of got the lesser of my Mercurial so far. I do have her in the set. She's not like insanely slow, but like Mavara and Pelops and other champions kind of get the better Mercurial. Okay, we have to go with Rotos in this battle, but who's gonna be the other nuker? He could pick like a lockout on UDK if I pick Rotos now. I guess I'll just go Empress. Or maybe... Should I go Carnage? I might not have enough accuracy. He has 5-star blessing on everybody except Predator. Okay, let's go with Carnage. He's not running a full speed team yet, so maybe it could threaten him. I'm sure he's gonna pick like a lockout or Theodosia or something like that. Okay, Theodosia. He's kind of like a full go second team at this point, which is kind of a weird matchup with the shield and the Brockney playstyle, because I'm kind of go second, but no, I'm gonna be the faster. I don't think I can clear out the Mercurial before he takes a turn, so I can't really like fully lock him out at the start. Should I just I should just literally hit the I have to do shield at least, yeah. I should just literally hit the Hecaton and not use my... No, I have to use the shields. Okay, never mind. I think I'll open with the A3. I can still get like one... No. The 30 steel stern meter. I think it's gonna be worth it. I'm not even gonna go for lockout. Yeah. Because I just don't want to get like CC'd and one shot now. And we're good. And if we can just like early kill them before they CC and get going, it's good. I literally wasted my lockout there, but I feel like okay, I did get taunted. Maybe it didn't go that well. If I would have gotten to go before Hecaton and I would have ended him, I think it would have been worth it. Now I don't know if it was worth it, actually. It made sense at the moment. Okay, I can still stun him before he gets to... You know, he first needs to take a turn to put the boss up, and then he can actually start doing things. What do you guys think about that? Did the A3 make sense on Hecaton, or was I just trolling? He had like 2 stacks of total guard. I was only able to steal his turn meter, not actually debuff anybody. But was it still worth to do? Okay, it's kind of looking okay, unless I get soloed by Predator. Which is always an option. I do have the shields. Yeah, I think I can survive. This is a weird battle. Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, he's 12 million player power. Let's not get too excited. It kind of looked like a weird but scary team, but I I thought it would be harder. 23 minutes left. It's too early. I'm still gonna do... Oh, holy moly. Defense is farming points. I'm rank 172, bro. Am I just gonna drop flat out right at the end? I'm getting a little bit too high. I'm rank 172 and I didn't do a single battle yet. Well, okay, I did like 3 hours ago, but not recently. Okay, one final battle. But yeah, the Soulmark Crystal is kind of pretty decent legendary relic to use, especially on revivers, and with Mercurial items that being a thing now, Wand of Submission is a lot less meta. It's kind of another viable alternative that it's kind of free to play friendly, or however you want to put it. It's not a mythic relic. You probably will get those eventually. And it's kind of useful, but there is better ones. Sometimes it can situationally be very crazy though. Why don't you use Marius? I should. I'm just not really like... I don't have good gear for him yet. I don't have Stormcolor. I wanna have Mercurial, but I'm not able to do it. I also don't have like even Blessing or anything like that. I'm not running speed setups. It's really hard for me to use Marius. I'm planning to do it in the future. But right now I can kind of counter Marius fairly well. And I'm mostly letting them pick Marius and I'm picking Brockney. Because I'm always going co-second team. I don't have any options to go for a speed team. I don't have lockout. I don't have that kind of speed boosters or CC champions, and I'm not fast anyway, so... I have... Galvalax will work against Predator, but I don't think that's gonna one-shot me. I think we should be good. Surely he can tank 4 poisons, or am I wrong? Definitely good, not from Nail, but surely from Galvalax. Or no? Well, okay, now I guess now it's not a problem. Nail is so much better than Galvalax, it's not even funny. I will use Marius soon. TM. It's in the roadmap, like Plarium used to say. I know Predator is your best nuker right now, but the passive needs to be nerfed. Don't you agree, Shinny? Well, okay, let me show it to you. This was a little bit controversial. Well, I guess always talking about nerfs is gonna be controversial. I did like a bunch of polls about champions, if they need to be buffed or nerfed recently. And actually, Predator was the first one that I pulled. And I was kind of surprised that I thought a lot more people would think that Predator needs to be nerfed. Let me scroll down a little bit. That was the first one that I did. I think only only 3 champions, well 2 champions I think were voted yeah. That will be Solanar and Tecteon. Let me double check. Tecteon is kind of close. Okay, Tecteon right now is winning no nerf. So Solanar was the only one that people voted yeah. Bayek was also kind of close, but not that close. 60-40. 69% don't want Predator nerf. I don't know how to feel about that. I do think Predator is kind of OP, but at the same time I feel like there's a bunch of other OP things. And some people really hate Predator specifically because of the RNG. I don't know, like I feel like he could be nerfed, but I would nerf a bunch of things. I don't think you guys would like it how I would do it. To be honest, let me tell you a secret that is gonna make some people mad. If I was the game designer for Plarium, I would nerf every single champion that I pulled. All of them would get nerfed. Some maybe less than others. Every single champion that I pulled, I would nerf. But that would make the game, the players very unhappy. So Plarium definitely is never gonna do that. So don't get scared. I would nerf every single champion that I pulled. I didn't want to affect the polls too much, so I wasn't telling my opinion to people. But yeah, that's what I would do. What do you guys think about that? Can you do fishing stream? Maybe. But yeah, Solanar was the one that was the only one that was voted yeah. Solanar 61% says yes. Predator 69 no. Nice 70 no. Those two are kind of the old OP examples. I'm kind of surprised that so few people want to nerf those two at this point. I think they're both OP, to be clear. "19 minutes left." I think it's kind of 60 minutes now. It's kind of too early still to push. I am kind of high rank. How am I this high? How am I not getting hit now? I got like bunch of wins like 7 to 14 minutes ago. Why did I not get like smitten down to gold 3 in the meantime? I feel like if I push now I'm gonna get so fucked. I'm literally gonna finish gold 3 if I start pushing now. I'm not built for this. This team seems like winnable. Maybe it will be slow, but it seems kind of one I could do. Let me double check. I don't think I have Harvest Jack geared right now. Yeah, he's in the wrong one. This is not this is a placeholder gear. I'm working on it. It's not viable. Not this build. This is a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Am I blocking the camera? No. This is a little bit for the future. Maybe some builds that I'm working on, but I think we go with the old build. Maybe I'll just run Brockney. Brockney would be safer. Harvest Jack would potentially be faster though. Maybe if I just pick the right battles. That's asinine approach to nerfing. Well, I mean, you're gonna be happy that I'm not one of the developers, obviously. It's the same point you've seen me making before, that instead of needing to buff 1000 champions, we could just nerf 5 champions and the game would suddenly be a lot more balanced, because the top champions are just so much better than your average champion in the game. But nobody's gonna agree with me. I'm a little bit more radical maybe on that department. But yeah, I would nerf Solanar. I guess that's the people's choice. I think we should do it. Tell it to Plarium that we need to nerf Solanar. Also, I think Solar is one of those champions that, like without reworking his kit, literally tuning down the numbers would, I think, be appropriate way of nerfing him. Either you could reduce his multiplier, but I think the more logical one would be to reduce the amount of attacks he does and make it more like consistent. I think that would be the way to do it. He just does too much damage. I think that's the main issue. The utility of not being able to be debuffed is really good. Damn. Bro, I'm getting scared. I'm getting so many wins from defense and I haven't done a single battle yet. I'm gonna get destroyed. I think, should I just push now? I'm getting points even if I push or not. I'm gonna get down, but like the top accounts are gonna see my team soon, and they are just, you know, they're gonna eat me up for lunch. I'm gonna get like 15 hits in 10 seconds soon. I guess we just push at this point. There's no avoiding getting hit by the top accounts. Let me fix my camera. Okay, let's go. Good luck with your platinum pushes. Mine is probably gonna be scuffed because I think we're just both in offense and defense. I'm too high for my own good. I don't think I can manage this seat, and I don't have any kind of new big brain strategies to display this week. We're just gonna auto battles with the defense team. Okay, we got locked out on Donatello, I think, on the first battle. Literally might lose the first one. Well, maybe with the power of friendship, Predator is able to cheat his way to the win. Let's see. Like, there's no agency, there's like barely anything for me to do manual. It's just faster to pretty much run these battles on auto. There's no strategy to be done. I either get locked out and not seize it, or I do and I lose. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just double check the presets on this team. Yeah, Donnie's opening with the cleanse, good to know. So if we fight the lockout team, I need to... I might have to manual or cancel auto. That is one thing that is pretty obvious, but if you're not gonna do anything different than auto, or if if you're just rolling the dice and seeing if your teams can beat them, just auto battles. It's so much faster to auto, even if you're really quick at manualing. Or use the keys that, maybe you need to like manual one turn. Use the presets that you do, then sometimes maybe you turn it off and vary from your presets for like one turn, and then you go back to auto. Obviously, some of the top accounts might do like really fast battles, and they have like a weird maneuver that they do that depends on battles, and they might be a lot more manual than this. Come on, RNG guards. Let me get... Oh fuck, there I should have autoed. For those people that don't know, Predator A3 will always target party leader. There's a bunch of skills that have that kind of AI on them. Predator A3 is such a down skill to do that. It should just hit the lowest health enemy, or ignore champions with total guard stacks, but it will always hit the party leader on auto. It's dumb. It's kind of looking like we're good if we can just not get cocked by the Mavara. I think I have A2. kind of long battle. It's not really fast one. Xibia's servitude on his Mavara. I remember in the content creator tournament, shout out to Chasup, one of the friends arena enjoyers. Used to be my big rival back in the day, that like in a good way, that we were friends, but we were always competing. When there was the official raid content creator live arena tournament, we had like a really long battle, but he dominated me with his Xibia servitude Theodosia. Not looking too good. I think we pretty much have the same team, except he has a lockout and I have Brockney. I think this is gonna be super RNG. I think I maybe shouldn't have hit this team. Yeah, this might be the first loss. Not the only one, but the first one. Oh, come on. I don't have my cooldowns back. I think I'm screwed. Oh, perfect timing. I'm about to drop out, or you're about to drop out. God damn it. I don't know how my defense team got boosted so high. There's no way it's gonna last to the end like this. I should get like some suspensive music for the end. I need to switch the music. The Mavara is just giga-cocking me. She's getting the total guard stack up just before Predator gets a turn, and I'm not able to debuff him. Okay, we're good. 2.5 minute battle. I'm not out of platinum. Bro, I'm ranked 53. What the fuck? How is that possible? Okay, I need to be really smart about my... This looks like a doable team, but I can get completely cocked by Carnage, obviously. But it could... If I don't lose this, this could be like a really fast battle. Not looking good. He's a lot faster than me. Okay, dodge. Lucky. I had 20% chance to dodge it. I think that's the one dodge I needed, though I didn't get rid of the total guard stacks. But he lost his lockouts, so we're good. I wish the reset would end right now. Just end. The longer it lasts, the higher chance it is that I'm gonna get... I'm gonna lose ranks. This guy is really fast. I think... Yeah, oh yeah, he does have like 6-star... what do you call it? Intimidating presence blessing. I need to get that. I only have 2-star on my Mavara. That will impact the speed a lot. Blessings do make a huge difference. Am I gonna be like 3.8k points after this battle ends? Let's see. No. Surprising. Okay, can we find any other good matchups? The first one is kind of, but I don't really want to hit Theodosia. I think I'm just gonna spam refresh. I don't want to lose any offense battles. At this time I could almost just not do any battles and it... Oh, okay, now it's starting. 3 losses in last 30 seconds. I'm just gonna look for an easy win. I don't wanna hit Solana teams. I don't wanna get baited with like a tanky team or one that is gonna beat me. I'm too high. I can't find weak teams. Maybe we hit the Sifi Predator team. Come on, guys. Yeah, I'm definitely like, I got so high at the end. I'm really high. The top accounts are seeing like, what the fuck is this? And everybody's hitting me. They're probably like refreshing for me, so I know I'm gonna lose punch at the end. But I got so big lead because of the... Oh, this is risky team. I wanna hit it. I got so big lead because like way before the platinum was about to end, so many people lost to my defense team. At this point, maybe if I can just like last for a little bit, even getting a lot of losses at the end is not that bad. Ah, that stun wasn't good. Have to open with A3. Oh wait, I didn't get locked out. Okay. I thought Predator did. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose like 30 or more points after every battle at this point. At this point, should I hit this one? Yeah. 1.5 minutes left. If I'm about to lose this battle, I'm just gonna hopefully pause before he's able to actually finish it. Okay, Predator did get locked out. We're gonna manual and open with the A2. My Predator... we only got 1 kill, that's not great. My Predator is decently fast, so we're often kind of going before the enemy, but it's not necessarily that good against the enemy Predators. Okay, 1 minute. Ah, fuck, not enough damage. Should have hit Crixia, I was trying to end it in time. I don't think either one of us is gonna... Oh my god. Never mind, I totally messed that up. There's too little time. Okay, I almost did good. I had to fuck up the last battle. Okay, give me more defense wins. That's a weird reset. Okay, didn't make rank 100. We were top 50 at one point. Okay, that's a roller coaster of reset. Good enough for me. At least we made platinum. I fucked it up at the end, you know. Happens. Not... Okay, we got two wins in defense though in like the last minute. Pretty good. Maybe I'll actually finish higher than top 100, but could have been even better if I if I stopped the battle there. I feel like if my Predator had lanes, I would have won that battle like almost instantly. I just barely didn't have enough damage to close in on the battle, and he had lanes on his Predator. But pretty good. I'm happy. I'll take it. You can't really, you know, roll in the mud and not expect to, you know, get yourself messy. So I hope you guys did too. I'll take it. That's pretty good for me. Obviously not breaking any records or anything like that, but at least it seemed like I wasn't even about to drop out of platinum. Okay, I think I barely missed out on top 100. If I didn't, how much would I be with 11 more points? I would be maybe like rank 80 if I didn't lose the last battle. So maybe like from rank 80 to 110. It's not that big deal. Grats barcode guy. I can definitely... I have been a barcode user myself in the wilderness. I definitely am familiar where that name comes from. Did I get plat? Yeah, I got plat. It was pretty good. We're like 5 points away from top 100. I lost the final battle, I kinda screwed it up, it was really close. But my defense team was just... wait, not live arena. My defense team was doing well. Obviously I got hit a crap ton. We were talking about this just before the reset. Somebody was asking me if I prefer blind arena or the normal one. And I said that I prefer blind arena. Because my offense is nothing special. For defense it's pretty decent. I will get a hit a lot. If we don't have blind arena, people will hit me less. But during blind arena, I'll get hit more, and it's actually kind of... okay, there's many losses in row. My defense team carried me. I was starting out... like when I started out pushing, I think I was like rank 150 or something like that. Because the defense team had just pushed me deep into platinum. Like how... okay, we have to count this. How many attacks do I get in the last 30 minutes? Right now it's 3 over, so we will count this battle. How many attacks? Let's do like an actual... this is gonna take a little bit counting, so my bad. That's 4 wins, 5 wins. I'm keeping a silent count. 9-2, 9-3, 10-3, 11, 11-4, 13-5. $14-10. Okay, I think my... okay, yeah, the end record is... goddamn. I got hit 27 times. I should have like graphics for this. I got hit 27 times in the last 30 minutes. I got 16 wins, 11 losses. That must be pretty weird battle log. Let me... actually, I'll post this on my Discord. Let's do a little bit... I used to do this back in the day in MAD. Everybody would post their defense logs and calculate the stats and this kind of thing. I haven't done it in a while, since I haven't been in things like that. But where do we have? Plat Finish channel. I'll type it there. You guys can do your own, or you don't have to, but I'll put it there for historical record. Back in my day, everybody used to do this in MAD. We had a channel where you would post the statistics. Let me make raid a little bit smaller, so I can squeeze in those pictures. There's really not that much for me to like do as far as theory crafting wise. That's what we used to do back in the day, that you would, you know, post your logs and see what kind of teams hit you and so on, and people would figure it out. The thing is that even if I figure out what kind of teams beat me, it doesn't matter, because I know for sure this is the best thing that I can do in my defense team, and there's not gonna be any changes right now. And if I do, it's like I got one better champion, but I'm not gonna have like... oh no, that was it. These are before it. I get like one better champion, I'm not gonna get like... I don't have like multiple comparable defense teams that I could like completely change the setup and the builds and stuff. It's pretty much gonna be these champions and maybe some small differences on builds, but not too much. Not even in the build department, to be honest. I don't think Rotos is gonna see any play in my defense team anymore. Okay, there's my memos. Yeah, I did make it, Timoto. We were just talking about it. I got hit a ton. I got hit like 20. What was it? 27 times in the last 30 minutes. A lot before that too. I got like a positive win ratio on defense. I made it. My offense, I lost the last battle right with like 20 seconds left. I kind of screwed that one up. I didn't do too many offense battles. Like, how many is this? I did 7 battles in offense and I lost 1. My defense did tons of battles though. Anyway. Good luck with your loot box opening tomorrow if you guys get one. Pretty good, I'll take it. We're definitely not like top 20 or 30. Or anything like that, but maybe top 100, something along those lines. Well, I don't know if they were like targeting me, but like it was blind reset, so they were like not avoiding me, which might happen on non-blind one. Like on the non-blind one, I think the top accounts are gonna hit me because they know they're gonna win anyway, and then other people might dodge me. But now I was just getting hit a lot, so it was overall like positive for me. Wait, Timoto, are you like are you Timo from IPR? Because I remember I had like logs back in the day, like some of my first high finishes were kind of like that I had like barely any offense battles because they were really slow. But I had tons of defense wins. First time I got top 3, I got 16 wins, 2 losses in defense, and it was mostly by IPR players in my defense. During the Heprock meta, if you remember that. That's been a while ago. Okay, nothing... Nothing too crazy. Looks pretty free to play enemy team. I don't think I have to think about this too much. I don't have any like extra supports. I shouldn't be Krotos right now. He took Donatello. That's like the one that I want to get. I guess I have Pelops and Jack, and there's not too much to think about. What rank did you get, Grim Reaper? I guess you finished Platinum. I thought I was gonna like fly too high to the sun, which has happened to me before. Actually, I didn't get pushed out. I definitely got hit a lot after the defense got a lot of wins, but I had good enough gap that it wasn't this, so I thought there was a good chance that I could finish like 100 points below Platinum or something along those lines. Oh, okay. I was thinking that are you like the actual Timo, because the reset that I was alluding to, Timo lost to me bunch. I have those pictures still left somewhere. Not to always bring it up, but it was the first time I got top 3, and it was mostly by defense log and not offense log. Yeah, my defense was Mavara, Donny, Jack, Predator. Jack in... wait, not Jack. It was Brockney instead of Jack this time. Predator 9-piece Sweet Parry, Brockney 4-piece Bolster, 2-piece Frostbite, 3-piece Reaction. Ah, fuck. Mavara 9-piece Mercurial and Donny 6-piece, 7-piece Stone Skin. What is it? Is it 7 or 8-piece Stone Skin for the extra resistance 2-piece bonus? I think it's like 7 or 8 Stone Skin and then 2 1-piece or one 1-piece resistance set. Yeah, I can show the presets. By the way, you can see my... I don't know if it's updated. I can update it, but you can see my Hell Hades optimizer in the description of the video and streams. It should have my builds. They're public, unless they're outdated. But I can refresh it. I think I'm gonna lose this battle. I don't do well against Mary. If anybody has any good ideas against her, I feel like with my nukers, Roto's just like single target and Mary passive is so annoying. And Predator does, you know, fine against her. I feel like all of my other nukers kind of are not good. I guess Carnage would be if I had accuracy, but... No, I don't run Donny on Chronofates. I think the thing with Chronofates, I mean, it makes sense, but I use Donny a lot. I use him like in probably most of my... more than 50% of my live arena battles, probably a lot more than that. And I feel like Chronofates only makes sense if you do like a short battle. I think it makes, first of all, more sense on Yumeko than Donny. But like, well, first of all, if you use it against Grixia, I guess you still need 4-piece Mercurial as well. But let's say you're not. Let's say that you're doing that. You lose a lot of stats to do Chronofates, and it's only good against the first lockout, and then you don't have resistance on against other things. I prefer to go full resistance. And you get like, I forgot, is it like 7 or 8-piece Stone Skin set bonus? Is another 40 resistance, so I just do that and 1-piece sets. But there's like multiple different ways you could do it. You could go 6-piece Stone Skin and then bunch of 1-piece resistance set bonuses, or do like 8-piece, whichever. And my Donny is not that high, he's like 1,000 resistance. I built him kind of balanced with both health and speed and resistance. He's not all in on resistance. I definitely could do like 100 more resistance on him if I wanted to. But I feel this is not a bot battle, right? I don't think it is. People invest so much speed on their lockouts. Even the Grixias with their ignore resistance are usually not that high accuracy. So at the super end game, I feel like people sometimes underestimate resistance a little bit. Not because it does not have like a massive disadvantage against accuracy, but people just focus so much on speed that they don't actually go that high accuracy as you would think you would see more commonly. Because you will win the battle with accuracy and lockout with much less accuracy than resistance. If you have 1042 resistance and enemy has 1000 accuracy, it's 50-50. So there's like 42 disadvantage with resistance, but then you also get more accuracy from like masteries and many other things. It's much easier to get it. I have the chart on my Discord, by the way, to shield for it a little bit. It's like an old chart from Reddit. I mean, it's not more complicated than what I just told you, but it's nice to see it as an image. Let me find it. Wait, where is the channel? I can't find it. Okay, I got it. Here's the chart. I mean, it's 42 difference, like I told you, but it's kind of coded weirdly in rate. 42 less accuracy than resistance, and it's still 50-50. And never mind like 50-50, but obviously when you resist, you would want to resist like almost 100% of time, and you need more to have 50-50. To have like 90 plus, you know, that's not easy. But people are just not going for, especially I think with the 9-piece Mercurial, everybody is just going full speed, and even on lockouts, they're not going that high accuracy on Grixia or Fabian. There's my Donny. 106,000 health, pretty high health for Donny build. Usually you will have to lose a lot of stats to go for speed and resistance, and mine are maybe not that high. 106k health, 3.6k defense, 308 speed, and 994 resistance, and I don't think I even have the faction. Oh yeah, I think I got the resistance kind of recently, maybe like a month or two ago. But I still could get the speed, which would be pretty useful. 308 is not super fast for Donny. Definitely one advantage with Chronophage you could do is that you can get Donny much faster than the one I got, and it would be pretty good for the passive. I feel like they literally confirmed recently that we're gonna get Void Mythics, and we already have Mythics, and there's gonna be more of them, and maybe even better Void Mythics eventually. Those ignore accuracy. I mean, those ignore resistance. Well, maybe they could do a champion that also ignores accuracy. That would be kind of interesting, but those ignore resistance. So I think if they just make like a one really good champion, it might ruin resistance. Even though Grixia kind of already does it, but you never know. There could be something much worse than Grixia that makes resistance builds completely unviable. Okay, I'll show my preset. My defense presets. I mean, I can kind of tell them you out of top of my head. I don't have any preset for Mavara. If you don't have any preset on her, she will open with A3, except sometimes she, for some reason, there's some combination where she opens with A2, but basically by default she will open with A3 if there's no presets. I have Brockney always opening with A3, which is the shield. I have Donny always opening with A3 actually, and not A2. A2 would be the unlockout and A3 is the cleanse. The reason for that is that I have a Donny. Not everybody is gonna hit me with lockout, especially if they see Donny. I will, stomp them harder. I will be able to use the cooldown resets and rotate my abilities twice if they don't lock me out. And even if they do, I'm probably gonna get like tons of nasty debuffs on me and missing out the first turn. Predator might dodge, other champions might, like Mavara and Brockney both can get weak hit by lockouts. So they might still be able to play. And by lockouts, I mean like Grixia and Fabian. Obviously, there's other ones. Okay, we're gonna get dominated by this guy. Yeah, that's basically their presets. Donny A3 priority, Mavara no priorities, Brockney opens with A3, Predator opens with A2, and then second priority on A3. That's the list. I can show it to you, but that's what I got. I feel like it would be so dumb if they would let you hoard remnants for Void Mythics. That would be so dumb if Plarium... I'm just gonna... If there's one thing that Plarium... It's not that they are not good at what they do, but they have different objectives than us. And we often feel as players like they are incompetent, but actually they're like really competent, but they just are trying to, you know, milk money instead of trying to make the PvP more balanced and competitive. We have like different goals, but that's not gonna, you know, they don't want people to be able to cheese it like that. So you can rest assured that they're not gonna let that happen. That's not gonna... There's like no way they're gonna let people do that. Even in other games, plenty of, like, I played tons of MMOs, and that kind of thing happens in MMOs all the time. Sometimes it slips through and they ruin, or like they forget about something and they mess things up. Like one example in MMOs I can give you about that is that there's like some kind of grindable loot boxes that you get in some content, and then there's like a new expansion or like some new content, and then they buff the old loot on some loot boxes, and they went from like not relevant to actually giving you some high priority rewards. I've seen that happen in games like Black Desert Online. Sometimes it happens, but this is like such a normal thing for game developers that it has to be like taught them in the school, that if you buff some kind of old item like chests that are like a loot box, you need to make the new version of the same loot box be like coded differently than the old one, because people are and will cheese it. And the developers have been through this in like trillion games, trillion different times, so they fuck it up less often these days. And Plarium is gonna lose money if they do that, and rest assured they're not. That's the one thing that they're not gonna fuck up. Come at me in the chat in 2 years if I get that one wrong, but I would be so shocked if they were to. There's no way. And I'm not saying this to like this Plarium. Obviously they're like a company and they're trying to make money. I'm just being you know, I'm just being realistic and giving you my honest opinion. Obviously they're gonna try to make money. It is what it is. We wouldn't have this game if Plarium wasn't swimming in gold coins. They would have cancelled it eons ago. Shout out to all of the whales out there. Not that I have not contributed to Plarium economy, so I mean, I have definitely bought stuff before. I feel like this is just my pure opinion and speculation. That like why Mythics have second form? That was like to be better than the old ones in the first place, and to be able to deal with lockout, because Warlord used to be super OP. Like Warlord was for a long time the best and most wanted champion in the game, and so much money was spent buying Void Shards specifically to get Warlord, and then later on Yumeko. You know, I feel like Plarium thought that doing mythics this way is like, you know, a way to get them less interested of voice, and they have to well for mythics to keep it up. But obviously they could have just made the mythics really OP, which they did anyway. But I think it was literally for that, so that the Warlord would not outshine the mythics, even though Warlord is like afterthought at this point, but he was dominating the game for a very long time. Would I rather have Hecaton or Tecaton? Hecaton or Tecteon? It should be Hecaton and Tecaton. That would have been like a funny wordplay. Definitely Tecteon. Both are real good. Definitely Tecteon. Not even a little bit close. Hecaton is really good. Not even close. Tecteon is way better. I don't think Tecteon is the best champion in the game, but if somebody says that it is, I'm not really gonna argue with that too much. I would say that, you know, maybe top 5, but Hecaton maybe like top 15. I'd have to think about it a bit more. I'm just getting cocked by the Galathyr passive so hard. I'm not able to, you know, end this guy. He has Galathyr passive, and then he has total guard stacks, and I'm never ending him. He has low points. I'm pretty sure I have like a pretty big gear advantage compared to this guy. His team looks insanely scary, but I think I might just have like way better gear. By the way, you know what I'm thinking? There's like a Pokemon, a pretty new Pokemon called Tinkaton. That was kind of relevant in the meta, at least in singles. Oh my god. Then we end this battle. Hecaton and Tecteon are like, if you combine them, then you get Tinkaton, which is not even a raid champion, but a Pokemon. I'll show it after this battle. Oh fuck, I misplayed there. I should have hit Galathyr. Okay, it's over anyway. We block revived the Nuker. I think he's gonna give up. There's Tinkaton. If you fuse Tecaton and Hexteon, then you get Tinkaton. Everyone sleeps on Calamidrus in Mercurial. I've heard the same thing from multiple people. I don't know. I mean, I've lost to Cruzen's +4 that, but you know, I feel like I would lose to him. Whatever nuker he runs against me, I would probably lose anyway. So please don't pay attention to the battle, or what are you talking about? It's kind of a casual chill time at this point. Nothing too serious. I put the gear on check, right? I'm pretty sure I did swap it out. Yeah. Double Solanar is pretty OP. Though, we were talking about, you know, the drivers in my Discord. They were talking about it other day, like Double Solanar. And they were kind of looking down on it. I don't remember what they specifically said, but they said that it's like a lot worse than people think. in less nice way. They were saying something like it's a really stupid team or something like that, but I forget what specifically they said. But you know, these were like people who play with the best accounts in the game, and they pretty much have every single meta champion at +4 on the account that they play. But they were kind of looking down on the Double Solanar. I was trying to avoid sneezing on the microphone, but I don't think I was fast enough. Oh wait, do I have Jack in wrong build? Okay, fuck. This was gonna be the tomorrow's video. I thought I put him back to the nuke build. Fuck, my bad. That was gonna be a little bit I was playing with Nuke Jack yesterday. Okay, let's just put it. That was gonna be like an Easter egg for you guys, but I actually didn't put him back in the right build. Fuck. I have two options. I'm gonna make two different videos. One in Mercurial and one in Lethal. I think my Mercurial build is just not good enough, so I prefer Lethal for now, TLDR, but I'll make videos testing it in more detail. But I think the Mercurial is gonna be better. Better in the long run. Okay, let's get one Harvest Jack battle. I'm gonna make a video about this tomorrow. I was already playing with this yesterday. This was the big secret that I was kind of alluding to multiple times at the start of the stream. Only the true arena enjoyers who watch the stream until the end get sneak peek. I don't know if anybody's impressed with this kind of memery though, but it's actually kind of okay. His multipliers are not crazy, but he gets to do a double turn with AoE nukes, and depending on the matchup, like how squeezy the enemy team is, I wouldn't run it against super tanky ones. It can be kind of good enough, to be honest. And it might confuse the enemy, like they might not realize that you're running a nuker or 3 nukers. And it still doubles down as like a CC champion, but let's try it in this battle. I'm gonna go with it too. I think this is gonna be one of the main combos where I run it with triple nuker with Jack, and they're gonna be confused and surprised, I hope. Though right now I think with the current builds, I think when I change my Carnage to the other build, I think Carnage is actually a couple speed faster right now. I think Carnage is quite fast. I did the Jack builds like yesterday, and I was messing with the Carnage build earlier today. Wait, he's not in Stone Skin. I think I stole Stone Skin from him. I don't think Carnage is in any build right now. Okay, didn't steal the Stone Skin or remove the Stone Skin from Marius. That's not good. Can I get it with A1? No. Well, I got it with passive. After like 3 different attempts to buff strip the Marius, I actually got... Okay, it's over. Wait, it's not over. He has Donatello passive. I don't want to do the A2. Otherwise we would just lose the lockout. I guess I could have just A1'd Hilby or something like that. No, okay, never mind. I can still hit it though. With the debuff. I can actually nuke him. Okay, I think we're good. Pretty sure. He just used the revive. If I can just get one more turn on Predator, I think he's gonna clean the house. I think with this build he's like 440 accuracy if I recall right. Like I said, I did 2 different builds for him. And the builds are not perfect. I'm working on it. But I think it's gonna be like a fun setup to run. Tune in for the video tomorrow. I didn't make it yet, to be clear. I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Oh, come on. We were so close to winning, now it's looking kind of bad. Well, okay. Never mind Harvest Jack. Predator is just gonna solo the battle. Harvest Jack was honestly there for the memes on this one. Predator is just doing Predator things. Yeah, I was kind of having that issue, Joy, as well. I couldn't get him. Well, if I did like 450 accuracy, he was kind of slow if I do him in 9-piece Mercurial. He is like 270, I think, or 268 or something like that, but we'll talk about it more tomorrow. Okay, the first one was wrong build. I literally couldn't find, but we did get a win on Jack. I don't know how much it was because of Jack, but we'll see tomorrow if it goes better. Okay, fuck the live arena battles for now. I need to get my dailies done before I go to sleep. I think there's still couple fusion events that I need to do today. If I don't do, I think I'll miss something. Or no? Oh, no, I did champion training. Gear Hunters, there's 1 day left on both of these. I'm actually good on all of the events. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I don't have anything I need to do right now. I only need 800 points for the... What do you call it? The tier 3 Soulstone. Wait, how much points do I get from epics? I guess I could pull... I was saving them for like the other event, but I guess I could pull 3 remnants. What do you guys think? Should I do it? Should I go for the 10k points if I can do it with 3 remnants? I need 800 points. Void Epic is 350. I could maybe even do it with 2 remnants plus Mystery Shard. Let's do Ball. I do have remnants. Well, enough. I'll do YouTube Ball for anybody that does this on Twitch. I don't really go for 10,000 points too often. I'm not used to... Ah, fuck, I didn't do it the Ball. I don't have to ponder about these too often. It's not really a relevant question. Okay, let's do quick votes on the Ball. Okay, everybody agrees on the chat. I guess it wasn't controversial. I'm trying to be efficient. I don't want to miss out on the next Hilvi. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm trying to play it smart. Okay, I guess we're pulling. Nobody's gonna vote no. Okay. I think I'm like super close on PT on primals. I feel like I thought I was already gonna pull it on last 2x. I'm not even a little bit close on remnants though, because I got Toshiro maybe like 2 months ago, maybe like 3. But at some point early this year I got Toshiro from remnants, so definitely not hitting PT. Let's do 2 pulls. Okay, disappointment. Come on, let's... okay, fuck me. Let's get lucky. There's the champion inventory space. This is one of those Plarium things I don't like. Why can't we get more gear and champion slots? Not there. Who do I upgrade? Just somebody random. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, that was kind of anticlimactic. Okay, can we get something with second pull? Come on. Crixia. No. Okay. Wait, I thought that was gonna... oh yeah, that wasn't the void. I think I have to do the third pull. How much do I need? Okay, 800. Yeah, I was, you know... maybe if I needed like 50 points I could pull remnants and... pull mysteries and save the next remnant for next fusion event, but okay, let's do 3 pulls. Come on. Crixia? No, okay. It is what it is. It was just 3 shards and I think I got enough good RNG with the remnants for this year, to be honest, with Toshiro. It's been pretty good for my account, PvE wise, even though I hate getting PvE champions, but he is kind of, you know, the best at what he does, so I can't get too mad. Tier 3 soul stones are so rare. I don't see these a lot. Yeah, what's up, potato? We're still going. Kind of trying to wrap up my daily missions, but I actually have a bunch that I need to do. Oh yeah, I need to do tag team. I don't want to drop the gold 3 again. Fuck. That's the worst thing about Sunday. Platinum Reset is fun. I'm like super hyped and excited to do Platinum Bush. And regardless if I get Plat or not, even if I don't get it, the big disappointment is not that I didn't get it. There's even bigger disappointment afterwards. It is when I realized that I'm like, you know, 1,000 points below the tag team arena cutoff, and I need to either drop a tier or do like a trillion tag team arena battles when I'm like half asleep zombie. But I'm not that far away. I just have to get it done. I think Plarium confirmed literally that they're not gonna do Mythic Faction Guardians. It's been asked before and they have talked about it. Okay, let me run the optimizer quickly to make sure that my usual arena teams are geared. This might seem a little bit sorcery or hackery to you guys. It's the Gestal optimizer auto swapping my deals. Okay. I think everybody should be geared. What do you guys think about Tag Team Arena? I think it's my least favorite PvP content in the game, to be honest. Even with the instant battles, which I'm definitely... I know Final Kenpachi is like a madman and he does like manual battles these days. Not auto, not quick battles, not even auto. He just fully manuals them. I'm definitely gonna like repeat with quick battles and I'm gonna get less wins that way. But even with quick battles, it still kind of feels annoying and tedious. We should have like, not even 5, we should have like 3 Tag Team Arena battles per day. And just triple or quadruple the loot amount you get with those. Obviously Plarium is not gonna do it, but I wish they would. They care about their average user playtime, as they have said many times. They always show it in their investor PowerPoint representations or whatever. It's their big selling point that everybody has to play Raid 15 hours a day to get all of the dailies done. I'm just YOLOing these. I'm not expecting to win 3 for most of the battles. Often I will literally lose points, but I just have to YOLO it and see what I get. They do sometimes confirm things, but not always. And they have done things they have confirmed things and then changed their mind later. Like there's multiple things. I don't remember all of them out of the top of my head, but one is Platinum Arena reset time. They have many times very specifically said that they will never swap it and explain the reasons why they would not change the reset time. It used to be a thing that was asked from them all the time back in the day. And I guess they got like new leadership and suddenly they decided to swap it. They used to always say that they can't put it on weekend or any other time because it needs to be when their workers are online. Okay, a little bit personal, but to be fair, Platinum Arena reset used to be like 10 to 11 AM for me on Monday. I obviously do not work at Plarium and I don't know their working times. I do know that when like Banana Jam or Cyrilla sometimes reply to my questions in DMs, they're not messaging me like at 11 AM or like normal working hours. They're messaging me like 8 PM or after 5 PM at earliest. So I don't think they're even working at that time, but it might just be those two. Anyway, okay, that team looks pretty OP. That one I'm gonna skip. Tag is best content for you because of quick battles. I feel like even still with quick battles it's tedious and it's just annoying. It's kind of like Curse City in a way. Not as bad as Curse City, but basically the idea of Curse City was that, okay, we'll do this new big PvP content that we can make videos about and can be like a selling point that we have a lot of content in the game. And we're adding this super endgame content years after the game was released, but here's the twist: you can't use any of your champions. You need to start from scratch. You had your best champions that you grinded 7 years playing the game, and now you need to do this floor with. Now you need to do these Taras and Maritska waves with your Void Affinity rare Sylvan Watcher champions. Go fuck yourself. That's basically what Plarium did with the Curse City, in my opinion. In my personal opinion. That's the design. Tag Team Arena is that to much lesser extent. We need 3 teams. I don't have champions to make 3 good teams. Definitely not even close to as bad as Curse City, but it's kind of in the same vein of thought. I don't have champions to make 3 different teams. They are gonna suck. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys are gonna... not gonna take that much. I always whine about Curse City, and everybody is like telling me in my Discord that you're the only one having problems with Curse City and it's not that bad and it should be easy at this point of the game. It's definitely easier than when it was new, I'll give you that. But I don't think there will ever be a point in Raid where I will not very deeply hate Curse City. You did a 500 turn battle. Doesn't happen to me too often. I don't remember. I guess it shows the turns, but I don't think I've seen it. You need to get some kind of weird stun lock with block revives or something like that. I've seen Bixus about it, but I don't think I ever gotten it myself. Though I had kind of annoying battle recently. I whined about it in the content creator chat. And I think most of you guys will think that it's a good thing with the chains, but live arena battles used to be capped at 30 minutes and then both lose points. Then I think they made it 20 minutes if I recall right. And now they changed it again kind of recently and made it 15 minutes. And a couple of days ago I had a battle that lasted 15 minutes and 1 second. I won it, but 1 second too late, and the guy that I was just fighting was just, you know, stalling for time to make sure that we both lose. It wasn't even during a season, it was like completely pointless, but you know, it was so dumb. It's not like a big deal, but it still kind of pissed me off because it was so stupid. I'm not even mad at the guy, I'm more mad at Parium, but I don't know what they should even do about that. And people do, you know, people do bring it up that I'm too slow with picking my champions and things, so, you know. Some would say karma, but I would say not, but, you know. Yeah, lots of people have told me that when you get the Carnage blessing, just forget about the annoying force on Curse City. I feel like if you're like, and again, I took a year break of game, so I don't know if I can talk about efficiency at that point, but it feels like it's not efficient and you kind of have to do it if you're trying to grind and compete. But yeah. Yeah, stage 19. Stage 19 is literally the worst thing about this game. I hate that one so much. I've said this many times, and I'm sure Parium is not gonna be happy for me saying it all the time. I wish the guy that designed stage 19, he needs to be sentenced and forced to do stage 19 until the end of time. He needs to be like a zombie that has to like pay for his sins and he needs to learn his lesson. And I'm like 100% sure the people that designed Curse City and Stage 19, if they play the game, they for goddamn sure are not doing Stage 19 on their account and they need to be forced to do it. They need to, you know, they need to feel the, you know, the results of their actions. What kind of torture they put us through. Anyway. I'm so close. I'm so close. Okay, I have to wait for refresh. I don't want to spam gems on that. We'll get to it later. Anyway, I think I'm pretty much done for the day. I don't know if I should just end the stream. I don't think it's gonna be very interesting watching me waste countless amount of time doing Frostbiter. My Doom Tower teams are exactly not the... I'm sure I could do some kind of better setup, but it's just no thought team of the champions that are already built for Arena. If you guys have anything to say your piece right now. We're gonna end the stream soon. Oh, it's not gonna do the auto climb if I don't make it a background battle. Anyway, that's it. Thanks a lot for coming. I really appreciate it. It's a little bit late. I think it's time to end the stream before it turns more boring. That's it. Have a nice